Are you an aging adult or a caregiver who has questions about power of attorney? Maybe you are in the process of completing your power of attorney documents, or maybe you already have them completed and you're not sure about the responsibilities. You're wondering, could I choose the right person? What happens when the documents need to be implemented, and what don't I know that I should know? I can help you. Today we'll talk about choosing the right power of attorney and why family may not always be the right choice. Power of attorney abuse happens in more families than you would be surprised. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help caregivers and aging adults solve caregiving problems, and for the past 20 years I have been on call 24/7. I have served as medical and financial power of attorney and court-appointed guardian, and I know what happens. I know the pitfalls. I've been in and out of hospital emergency rooms, nursing homes, care communities, all types of situations. And today I'll share a story about choosing the right power of attorney and other things that you may not know about the process. Years ago, I was called to meet a woman who lived in an apartment building. Her name was Becky. And the apartment building manager actually called me because she knew of me because I did this type of work. Her concern was that she felt that Becky needed help, that Becky was becoming maybe a little forgetful, that she wasn't able to take care of a lot of the day-to-day anymore. And the event that precipitated this was that Becky had gone out the week before to grocery shop at her normal store. And she was knocked over by a couple of young kids who tried to steal her purse. Fortunately, they didn't get her purse, but Becky now was very afraid of going out by herself. She felt like that incident may happen again, wasn't comfortable. The apartment manager was worried that she wouldn't even have groceries. And so I asked if there was any family members, and there weren't. Becky had been a career woman all of her life, never married, no kids. Maybe some of you are in a similar situation and you don't yet have your power of attorney documents. There was a cousin, though, out of town that I was able to contact, because in these types of situations, I never want to appear like I'm the person who's taking advantage of someone. I called the cousin and we spoke about power of attorney and the fact that she was unable to serve. She was caregiving for her mother, who had Alzheimer's and didn't have time for the responsibility. Even as much as she loved Becky, she wanted the best for her. So we agreed that I would talk to Becky about becoming the medical power of attorney, financial power of attorney, and personal representative of the estate. After meeting with Becky and doing several calls back and forth with the cousin, we were able to complete the process. And over the years, I was able to help Becky. She was an amazing person. I brought caregivers into her home. I helped her move from her home when she had to a memory care community, helped with all kinds of different things. It was a blessing in my life, and I was very fortunate to be able to do it. As an aging parent, the consideration is, do you appoint your children or a professional? There are many reasons to do both. If you have reliable children that you trust implicitly with your health and your money, they should be the ones that you appoint. If you have children, though, that will argue about the fact that you appointed one child over another, maybe not the best decision, because problems will happen down the road. I've seen it. If there are other extenuating situations like step-parents, step-children, sometimes those can be complicated because of the different relationships. The original children may be more loyal to the first parent and not the second parent. Issues with power of attorney can occur. I've seen it. Choose the person very wisely. Make sure that they have the experience to make healthcare decisions for you. Make sure that they will manage your money well. I've seen situations where children who were appointed financial power of attorney took out loans from their parents that they never repaid. And when the parents needed care, there was no money to pay for care. The choice of power of attorney is just one in many choices through the power of attorney process. It's who do you appoint? It's talking about your wishes at end of life and what you want. wondering if those people will be available at the time. At the time someone needs care, power of attorney can be a part-time job. Sometimes it can turn into a full-time job. Difficult decisions have to be made, which is why I always say power of attorney is more than a piece of paper. It's more than putting a name on a piece of paper. It's a lifelong process, and it's almost as if you marry this person who is your power of attorney, because really they should know you better than anyone else, so that at the time decisions have to be made, they know what you would have wanted and they can advocate for you, which is another skill that caregivers and powers of attorney benefit from learning. If you're interested in learning more about the process of power of attorney, there is a button below this video called Learn More. Click on that, you can find out more. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help aging adults and caregivers solve caregiving problems. I also offer a class called Power of Attorney Secrets for Success. Thank you for spending time with me watching this video. Please do share it with others who may be interested in power of attorney, have questions. Maybe they already have their documents done and they aren't sure of all the responsibilities and what happens next. Maybe they're thinking, it may be time to get my documents done. Share this video. Please comment, like, love, share it with others. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help caregivers and aging adults solving caregiving problems, and I hope to see you in another video.